Most new entrepreneurs in the land business fail because they focus on the wrong things. I've seen it happen over and over in land investing. And today I'm going to show you how to avoid this trap and scale faster than 90% of the people out there. And I'll share a story from a coaching session to drive this point home. A few months ago, I had a discovery call with a potential private client. This new investor came up to me. He was fired up on this call and he said, "Hey, I've been reading your stuff, I've listened to your podcast, and I'm ready to scale my land business. I've been researching the best skip tracing software and analyzing the best time to call sellers. What do you think?" Now, these are solid questions and they do help you take your business to the next level. And I get them all the time. But here's the problem. They're asking the wrong questions. Most aspiring land investors fail because they lack one critical thing, and that's consistency. They spend all their time bouncing between tools and hacks, shiny objects, different marketing channels, instead of focusing on what really matters. And when I ask the investor this simple question, how much time are you spending on actions that directly make you profit? They went silent, right? They didn't really know. Now, this is a huge mistake. One of the things that I do with all of our private coaching clients is we do a time audit to figure out what exactly are you doing and are the actions that you're taking actually productive. Some people like to status signal that they work 80-hour weeks. And in reality, they might work 40-hour weeks, and the rest of the 40 hours that they're working, they're cycling between tasks, they're not productive. And if we focus on the most important things, the things that directly impact our profit in our land flipping business, we can get our business to the next level faster. Now, the mistake here is entrepreneurs, especially land investors, anywhere between 100 to 750,000, I've found, get stuck in analysis paralysis or low value tasks. And it's why they get left behind, why others zoom past them. I remember years ago thinking to myself when I got into this business, why are the people succeed while others don't succeed? Now, of course, there is a matter of luck to any business that you're in, but one of the main reasons that I've found is the tasks that they work on are actually productive. Now, sitting at your desk is not productive. Creating an output is productive. Now, I have come up with what I believe to be a simple fix to this. Now, it's not doing anything different than what you're currently doing. It's just asking a simple question that I call the first question. You'll stop wasting time and start driving results in your business if you use this more regularly. Now, the first question is this: will this action make us more profit? I see people tracking metrics that they don't need to track. I see people doing things that they don't need to be doing, adding marketing channels when they don't need to be adding them because they hear it on a podcast. The reality is you should focus on your business, an individualized approach to your business. And this question is your guide. It cuts through the noise and helps you focus on what really matters. Think of it like a shot of espresso for your focus. It focuses on, is adding this fancy Notion system or CRM or changing this actually going to make us more profit? Now, of course, there's various timelines. Is this going to make us profit in the next 90 days, or is this going to make us profit in the next 12 months, 18 months, 24 months? That type of perspective is incredibly important to have as you're scaling your business. But there's a lot of things that we do. I would say for many investors, 50 to 60% of the things that they're doing on a daily basis doesn't actually make them more profit. And something that I find a lot of investors run into is they will start to do low dollar value tasks that aren't actually contributing directly to profit. Like one of my clients the other week who has a $250,000 a year W-2 job and he's pulling data. That's not something that he should be focusing on, right? Because he could focus more on his job, or he could focus on the higher dollar value tasks. Let me tell you something that I've learned about being in the land investing business for years. The entrepreneurs who grow the fastest aren't the ones with the fanciest tools, with the best Notion system, or the most tricks up their sleeves. They're the ones who consistently align their time, energy, and resources and actions to impact profit. Now, there are stories of entrepreneurs that are, the old-time entrepreneurs, the people that have been in the business for 40 or 50 years. They don't use a cell phone. They don't use anything other than a fax machine, and they still have widely successful businesses. Now we look at this and we say, I'm so perplexed. This business is not like, how is it not, or how is it producing these results? And when you look at it, that person is just focusing on the things simply that create more opportunities for them. They're focusing on the things that produce profit. So if you add this question, right, applying this question, you'll create more momentum that just continues to snowball over time. So let's be practical here. How do you actually apply the first question to your land business? Now, let me break it down to you in 3 steps. Number 1, master the basics. Before you start optimizing or experimenting, you need to build a foundation, whether that's through mentorship, coaching, self-study, watching YouTube videos like this, on my Twitter account, Instagram, other people's podcasts. Take the time to understand the fundamentals of land investing, like market research, like marketing, acquisitions, and dispositions. This is a core part of this process. Now, if you're just starting out, this video might not necessarily be instantly applicable to you. This is for the 201 people, the people that maybe are, I've created $250,000, $200,000 in profit all the way up to $1 million. And I'm finding that I'm struggling to take my business to the next level. So step 2 is to filter decision through this first question. Here's where it gets practical. Every time you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, will this help me buy or sell land more profitably? Will this help me generate more leads or close more deals? For example, if you're debating about a skip tracing software to use, pick the one that lets you take immediate action, not the one with the fanciest features. Researching markets, focus on finding high demand areas with strong sell-through rates. That's what drives profit, actually. Sometimes when you're doing this step, you don't actually know. And so what the mark of a great entrepreneur is someone that can make a good decision with limited information and resources. That is the part of entrepreneurship that is difficult for many new entrepreneurs. They are used to being in a W-2 job or a school where there is a right answer. And a lot of times the right answer in your business is individualized. It's based on your skill set, your background, your team makeup. And so some people will say, well, I don't really know what skip tracing software or CRM to use, and I just want someone else to tell me, which is good. Sometimes people want to work with a coach or consultant or enter a course or something like that to help them, give them the box, the business in a box, right? But as you're growing your business, you still need to make decisions on your own. And the way that you do that, well, is you use this focusing question. One additional thought on that. If you track more things that are directly related to profit, you can make better decisions that are directly related to profit. So if you try out a new skip tracing software, what a lot of people will do is they will just try it out and they won't track anything. And they'll say, I think this is working. I don't think this is working. If you're calling someone or you're texting someone or dropping an RVM, all you have to do is look at, this is what we used to be doing with this other skip tracing software. I think this one is cheaper and higher quality. I'm going to go with this one. And this is what it is with this lower quality software, whatever it is, or higher quality software, but cheaper. And these are the results. And you might go back to the other one. It might be more expensive, but it might be a better decision. But in business, we have to make those decisions, right? So the first question is the question that gets us there. So step 3 is stay relentlessly consistent. This is a game changer. Consistency beats everything. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about making the right decision, getting caught up in overanalyzing every single decision that you have. Just focus on consistently taking actions that directly impact your bottom line. So here's what I told that investor that was on my discovery call. Stop chasing shiny objects. Start asking, does this actually make me more money? If the answer is no, move on. That's the difference between someone who struggles and someone who scales. It's all about focus and execution. When I started out in land investing, I made the same mistakes that everyone else is making. This is why I can talk about this. I spent hours researching best tools and strategies. I switched CRMs 4 times in my first year. And anyone that knows, switching CRMs is a pain in the butt. I've tried to perfect every little detail while simultaneously not focusing on the most important details. The things, the data, the information that creates profitability. We are not in this business for a charity. We're in a business to produce profit for our family and for our employees. The moment I started asking myself the first question, will this make me more profit? Everything changed. I stopped wasting time and energy on distractions, and I focused on what actually mattered. What are the things that me, as a CEO or someone in a sales role, depending on where you are in your business, what can I do? What can I do that actually brings in more opportunities and profit? The reality is you might be thinking 1 or 2 steps ahead. You might be saying, well, if I bring in all these leads or opportunities, I'm going to have this complex Notion or CRM system or whatever it is, this project management system. Get there when you get there. Focus on the actions today that lead to the profit. And then when you have the profit, when you have the opportunity, when you're moving the needle, that's when you say to yourself, okay, I can add this additional this additional fancy project management system or CRM because I can justify it because I'm producing profit, and it's actually something that is preventing me from making more profit. But at the beginning, ruthlessly focusing on that, hiring so that you can, as the CEO, the core principal, the person who has the biggest incentive to work the hardest and do the most, you should be focusing all your time and energy on that first question. At the end of the day, the difference between success and failure in land investing and in anything comes down to focus. If you're serious about scaling your business, stop worrying about the perfect tool, the perfect marketing channel, the perfect time, the perfect CRM, the perfect technology, and start asking the first question. Take consistent action and watch your business grow. Now, if this resonated with you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and check out the free resources in the description to take your land business to the next level.